Have you felt guilty about buying too many journals? I know that I have in the past, but after this experience last week, I no longer feel guilty about it because let me just tell you about it. I have about a dozen or so, maybe maybe even more journals that I've used throughout the years. In fact, I have a bunch that aren't even filled out. Like look at all these journals right here. These are just like some that I grabbed from my home office here. We have a kind of random Amazon one, which has dot paper. We have a Rhodia one, which I love Rhodia paper. We have yet another Rhodia journal, and then it's a very thin one. I think this is a Moleskine, however you pronounce it. And recently, I wanted another journal, and because I didn't want to fill out any more in this journal. This is my main journal. This is the one that I use all the time. It's Italian. I bought it from Barnes & Noble. I love the paper with it. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has great line spacing, it has a great feel on the paper, and I'm only about a third of the way through with this journal. But I decided that I didn't want to continue with this one because this journal has turned into just a bunch of venting, just a bunch of complaining about my problems, about my day, and just doesn't have a good feel to it anymore. And so when I was at Barnes & Noble again, I bought a different journal, this one right here, and I felt a little bit guilty. But like I said, after this experience I've had in the last week, where through journaling in this brand new journal, I've come across some epiphany moments, some really deep contemplative episodes where I was journaling and I was able to solve some problems that I've been going through. And you know, this journal isn't as fancy as my other one, but I really have liked this process. And this journal, it even has the price. I don't know if you can see that, it has the price still, but it's $12.95, 12 bucks, or 13 bucks, let's say. To have those epiphany moments. I think that is worth it. You know, could I have journaled in my old journal and possibly come across some of those aha moments? Maybe, but I don't think it's likely. I think that the fact that I had this new journal, that I was able to leverage the fresh start effect, which is kind of a psychological effect where if you do something new, where if you pick like a date or something like that, and you do a new habit, this happens a lot in New Year's resolutions, you're much more likely to continue that habit for a little while. You're able to look at things from a different perspective. And in my case, the fresh start effect was buying this journal, which looks way different than any other journal I've ever had. It has like a kind of quote on the front. It's gold, it's shiny, it's light colored. It's very different than my very masculine Italian black journal here. But I found it to be very helpful. And so if you are contemplating, should I buy another journal? I know I have lots of journals at home that are all half filled out or a quarter of the way filled out. Or some of them, I have like brand new blank journals at home that I just didn't want to use. I wanted something different and new. And I think that's okay. Especially because the cost of it was fairly low considering all of the benefit I've gotten so far. So will I end up taking this journal and filling it out completely? Probably not. But the pages that I have filled out so far have been extremely valuable to me. More valuable than the $13 that I paid for this journal. So again, if you're hesitating about buying a brand new journal because you have so many at home, or if you're even hesitating about like going, oh, I don't want to buy another workout outfit, I don't want to buy a new meditation cushion, because you already have those things. But if it's going to help spark your motivation, if it's going to help you think outside the box and think from a new perspective, I think they are definitely worth it. So, and maybe I won't feel so guilty if we're all doing it a little bit. Maybe that's the consumer society we live in. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you found this video to be helpful. go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have multiple journals at home, maybe even what sort of journaling method you use in them. I'm really curious to see what other people are doing. All right, I'll catch you next time. This one's still here. Hey, bud. How are you? How are you?